Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. I'm pretty excited to continue this series on into the Metropolitan Division. Already did the Atlantic, had a lot of fun doing those videos. Now it's time for the Metro. I'm going to start with the obvious New York Rangers. You can see the colors in the background as blue. I'm wearing my Rangers jersey and my Rangers hat. So pretty excited to talk about this team. Definitely not my favorite team, definitely not in the top 5. However, there's definitely things I like about the New York Rangers, and I'm going to tell you about them right now. Let's start with number 1, the city. If you've never been to New York City, then this won't mean anything to you. But if you have been to New York City, then you'll know exactly why this is on this list. It doesn't really matter about the New York Rangers. It's about the city. The city it's hard to describe. You can't describe the feeling of when you enter the city for the first time or the second time or the fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, whatever. It's incredible. Just to walk around and to look up and you can't fathom that buildings are that tall or that close together or that abundant. There's just so many. It's such a huge city. There's so many people. It's laid out incredibly easy to get around. Everything's in a grid. Everyone's really nice. Everyone kind of talks about New Yorkers being a little bit rude. Every time I've gone to New York, which I think has been 4 times now, I've been super lucky to go 4 times. Everyone has been incredibly nice. I love the city. I can't wait to go back. It is my favorite city in the entire world. There's so many things to do there that I haven't even done yet. I've been there 4 times. Haven't seen the Statue of Liberty up close. Haven't gone up into the Empire State Building. Haven't gone to any museums as far as like art museums. I went to the History Museum or the Natural History, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. It was awesome. There's just so many other things in the city that I just haven't gotten a chance to do, and I can't wait to go back. I've done so much there already, but there's still so much to do. I just love the city. It's amazing. It's different than everything else. And yeah, you can kind of get that feeling from the movies and stuff, because obviously they do film a lot of movies there, and there is a lot of things based on New York. But it's just different when you're there in person and you get to experience the city and see how big everything is and just how fast-paced it is. It's just different. I come from a very small town of 1,000 or 5,000 people or 1,000 people. I can't even remember anymore. It was so long ago. It's completely opposite of what I'm used to for the majority of my life. So it's amazing. I love the city. Number 2, the arena. Without a doubt, the Madison Square Garden is probably one of the most iconic arenas or sports venues in all of North America. You have definitely some hidden gems within hockey as far as arenas go, but Madison Square Garden is just special. The roof or the ceiling is amazing when you look up and you see that. I've never been there, unfortunately. It's one of the things that I haven't done in New York City is go to the Madison Square Garden. It is one of the things that is very high on my list of things to do in New York City, and not just in New York City in general, but it is the arena that I want to see the most out of any other NHL arena that I have not been to, and I hope to get to see it soon. But it's old. I think it was 1968 when they built it or something like that, or when they started playing there. It's old. And think about all the iconic things that have gone down and concerts and stuff that have happened inside the Madison Square Garden. It's an iconic building. It's old. It's got history. It looks cool from the outside. It looks cool from the inside. There's no way that this was not making my list, the arena. Number 3, history. Much like the Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, Chicago Blackhawks, Detroit Red Wings, Montreal Canadiens, Original 6, it means something, and the Rangers are an Original 6 team. It's pretty special to say because there's only 6 teams who can say so, and now there's 31 teams in the league, so as a percentage, I mean, you're in some pretty good company here, Rangers, so there's no denying that the Rangers have history. Now, do they have as much history as other teams? Well, what does that mean? Does history mean most cups or most finals appearances? It could mean a lot of things, but for me, when I think about the Rangers' history, it's a little bit more modern for me. I think about that run in '94, the things that were promised and said and came true, the whole story behind it, who was on the team, and I was just a young kid at that time, but I just remember, for me, that's kind of what history is for me with the Rangers, was that magical year specifically. It was pretty cool, so yeah, history is on my list for sure. Number 4, goalies. Growing up, my favorite player was Patrick Waugh. Eventually, Saku Koivu took over that role for me, but for the longest time, it was Patrick Waugh, and I think goalies in general really had just another level of appreciation for me. Whenever I played road hockey, I always wanted to be the goalie. I had multiple sets of pads at home where I would just go in the kitchen and bounce balls off the cupboards and try and like save my own shot. And that's weird to say, but that's what happened. I always loved goalies, and I got the chance to be a goalie for a couple of games in minor hockey. It's always something that maybe I thought that I could have done from the beginning, is be a goalie from when I started skating or when I started to play hockey. And unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But goalies for me is a big thing, and it was a big thing back then. And I'm talking about like Lundqvist, obviously, incredible goalie, awesome personality. But other goalies like Van Briesbroek and Mike Richter. Do you remember Mike Richter? I remember having a Mike Richter, I think it was like a little figurine. I loved Mike Richter. He was awesome. I remember watching him in the All-Star game. And I've had some other goalies too. Not Glenn Healy, okay? Let's remove Glenn Healy from this list and we'll throw him out because I'm not a fan of Glenn Healy, just for the record. But yeah, goalies. I like them. Number 5, Georgiev. Okay, so sticking with the goalie theme, I had to give Georgiev his own specific tier here. He needed to be separated because in the modern day Rangers, yeah, there's people to cheer for. There's Panarin. There's some other guys in the team that I really, really like. But for whatever reason, Dad and I just started to say his name oddly like that, Georgiev, in the Buffalo Rangers outdoor game from a couple of years ago. And ever since then, we've kind of liked him. Is it weird to like a player because of their name or because of such a silly thing like that? But it's true because since then, we've kind of both followed him a little bit. I mean, if I watch a Rangers game and if Georgiev is in net, chances are I'm probably going to watch that entire game. But if it's Lundqvist, I mean, I like Lundqvist. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good goalie, and I like watching him play. But I don't know. There's just something about Georgiev that I really like. So thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you can hit the subscribe button down below and catch more of my videos. Like I said at the beginning, I've already done the Atlantic and now I'm into the Metro. So we've got teams coming up like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Carolina, Washington, all kinds of awesome Metro teams. Can't wait to tell you how I feel about these teams and the 5 things that I like about each of them. And of course, after that, I'll do the Central and the Pacific as well. So I'm going to do all teams in the NHL, just a matter of time. So I hope you can hit the subscribe button down below and join me for the rest of those. And if you're watching in the future, maybe you're watching this in a couple of months and you notice that I posted this way long ago, chances are that all the videos that I'm talking about creating are already out by now. So feel free to go back and watch those. That would be awesome. And yeah, hope you're having a good day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Adios.